Shalom, my Israelite brothers and sisters. So first of all praises to our Elohim and to his holy son, Yehoshua. So I wanted to share something with y'all, and it kind of made me laugh a little bit. So there's a movie, well, not so much of a movie, but it's going to be a new BBC epic series on Achilles. But here's the thing. The character is going to be played by a black man, so-called black person. Now, you have these heathens that are pissed about this. They're upset about it because Achilles is going to be played by a so-called black bear. So I thought that was funny because everything that these heathen devils do, they paint everything white anyway. But as soon as something comes out and they want to put a black character in it, they get upset about it. So I'm going to show you the article here in a minute, but this is not going to be a Bible study or anything like that. I just wanted to share this with you because it was funny how these heathens, they get upset when something like this comes out, and then they can make all these movies and put white characters in them, and nobody ever says anything. Nobody says a word. Nobody complains about it. But as soon as you put a movie out, a powerful movie, an epic movie, or a TV series like this that's played by a black character, all hell breaks loose. So this is crazy, y'all. Woo! I'm trying to keep myself from laughing, y'all, so I can stay focused. But anyway, we know, according to the word of the Most High, we were scattered to the four corners of the earth, like it says in Deuteronomy 4:27. And now, Israelites, we've held every position on earth. You know, we were in leaderships everywhere, all over the world. So even if this guy was Achilles, this Greek warrior, even if he was black, guess what? They would not tell us. They would not put it in the history books, and they would hide it from us like they hid everything else from us, our identity. So you had a lot of blacks who served in the Greek army. You had Israelites who served, I'll say Israelites. You had Israelites who served in the Greek army, as well as the Babylonian, as well as the Roman army. You had so-called Israelites who were serving in the military, just like today. You know, all of our Israelite brothers and sisters that are not awakened yet, they're in the military. They're all over the place. So we have our people in the military. It's always been that way since the very beginning. So it's crazy, y'all, because they'll try to come up with stuff. They'll try to hide things because they don't want us to know the truth. And whatever is done in darkness is going to come to the light, saints. They can't hide nothing. These wicked heathen devils, they tried all this time to hide our identity. And look how the Most High is awakening his people up all over the world. They can't stop it. Now, for those of you who don't know who Achilles was depicted in a movie played by Brad Pitt called Troy. He was a highly skilled Greek warrior, one of the baddest, they say, that lived on the planet. Now, that's what they say. But the story goes like this. His mother, Thetis, took him by the heels and held him in the river of Styx. That's how he was supposed to get his powers. But anyway, that's where they get the word Achilles' heel from, because she held him by the heel of his feet and the water washed over him. But anyway, when I see stuff like this, I think about how powerful King David's army was. Can you imagine the powerful warriors? Because, brothers and sisters, we had some powerful warrior forefathers in King David's army. So it would not surprise me that if Achilles was really black, if he was really a black Hebrew Israelite that was just happened to be in the Greek army, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Because if you read about King David and if you read how our forefathers fought in the army, them was some bad jokers, y'all. I mean, we had some skilled warriors. They wasn't no joke. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Achilles really was an Israelite. Just happened to be in the Greek army. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But like I said before, they're not going to tell you this. These heathens are going to hide it just like they hid everything else. And now that the BBC is getting ready to release this new epic on Achilles, and I think it's supposed to be released on Netflix. I'm not too sure when it's going to be released on Netflix. But now these heathens, they're all pissed and butthurt about it, complaining like, whining like little children, because the character is going to be a so-called black person playing the character. I'm going to enjoy when it comes out because I plan on watching some of it, and I want to check it out too when it comes out. But it's going to be amazing to see the faces of these heathens when this comes out. It's going to be funny. All right, Saints. So I want to share this article with you because it's funny as hell when I read it. But the article is entitled "Controversy Looms as Mythical Achilles is Played by Black Actor in New BBC Epic," dated 2nd Jan 2018. So let me scroll down and show you what these heathens are mad about. It says social media users have expressed their anger at a new series produced by the BBC and Netflix in which Greek mythology figures such as Achilles, Patroclus, and Zeus are being played by black actors. That's funny, y'all. Let me scroll down. I want to read some of the comments, some of the responses. It says, here are some of the responses by social media users. Homer in Iliad repeatedly describes Achilles as blonde and golden-haired. I got the next one. Africans had nothing to do with Greek mythology or ancient European history. Who in their right mind could see and enjoy this new TV series? Here's the other one. This is blatant racism towards Greek people. Greek people. We had blacks, we had Israelites all over Greek. What you talking about? And I am shocked by the audacity of the BBC to try and rewrite Greek history. Then question, would anyone be mad if I made movies about U.S. history and actor playing Obama would be white? You see how these white devils like to do? They always like to try to deflect stuff, you know? And let me read this next one. It says, some other have also threatened to cancel their membership on Netflix. Wow. So this is getting pretty heated, y'all. They don't want to see this. But they don't realize that Israelites played a history in all the different cultures they had. So, I wanted to share this with you because I thought it was funny. The nerves of these heathen devils. Now they all mad about this because Achilles is going to be played by a so-called black person. That's too funny, y'all. They can make all these movies, these Bible characters white and whitewash everything else, but when it comes to this, they get all mad and start crying and everything, want to start complaining and deflecting. But do y'all remember the 10 Commandments, the one that Charlton Heston played in? It was the one that was made back in the 50s. They remastered it. They digitally remastered it and everything. Came out. Everybody saw that movie and everything. So look how they whitewash the characters here. Now they know good and well that the Egyptians and the Israelites were dark-skinned people, were black people. But yet in their movies, this is what they do. They depict everything as white. Now the only thing that they couldn't fool the masses on was the Ethiopians, because they said, well, we can't get away with that, so we have to make them black. But the Hebrew Israelites and the Egyptians, they always make them white. Every movie that they make, every Bible movie that they've made in the past, they always whitewash it. When it says in Amos 9:7, are you not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, saith Elohim? Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Caphtor, and the Syrians from Kir? So, these people, the elites, the people who are ruling this world, they know who we are as a people, and they know our history. They know it better than we do. We're the ones who don't know our own history. Let me show you what these heathens do. So if you got your Apocrypha, go to 1 Maccabees 3:48, and it says, verse 48, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. This includes movies too, brothers and sisters. This is what they do. This is what these heathens do. Everything, our history, they whitewash it. And they've been doing this since the very beginning. They do not want us to know our history. But now that the Most High is awakening his people, they can't hide anything no more. But this is what they do. And they've been very good at it. So these heathens can make all the Bible characters white and whitewash everything. Take our history, our forefathers, who are Hebrew Israelites, black people, and make them white. But then they expect us not to have a problem with it. But whenever someone of their culture is played as a black character, they get all upset and all hell breaks loose. And they're mad because a black person is playing Achilles. And they're making comments like, oh, he was blonde and golden hair. He couldn't have been white. Or black people had nothing to do with Greek culture. But I got news for you. Hell, we probably even had Hebrew Israelite generals in the Greek army. What y'all talking about? Then they're going to say this is racing towards Greek people. You see how they do, brothers and sisters? These heathens are something else. You know, they come out with this stuff. And they got the nerves to talk bad and everything and get all mad because Achilles is being played as a so-called black person. And then the statement that they made about Obama. What if somebody played Obama and they were white? So, you know, this is how they operate. No wonder they're called devils. So I say, to hell with all these heathen devils. I hope they make all the Greek characters black. I hope they all black, just for you all. See what y'all say then. Y'all remember the movie 300 that came out a while back ago? Where they marched the 300 men to fight against the Assyrians? Well, where do you think they got that from? The 300. They got it from our forefathers. They got it from Gideon and the 300 soldiers. But this is how they do. You know, they'll take our stuff. They'll take everything that's of ours and try to make it theirs. But yet, they get all pissed off and mad when we want to play Greek characters. When in reality, Hebrew Israelites were spread out to the four corners of the earth. They had Hebrew Israelite generals in the Greeks. They had generals, black generals, Hebrew Israelite generals in the Roman army, as well as the Greek army. They had all that. We were in leadership all over the world, our forefathers. But they don't want to acknowledge that. But they rather take our heritage, suppress it from us, and use it for themselves. I mean, they do it in all their movies. It's no big secret. It's all out there. But yet, they don't want us making any movies depicting Greeks or any of their people black. But they can do it to us. And these heathens, they knew the history of our forefathers. That's what I'm saying. They know who we are as a people. And they knew the history of King David. And speaking of King David had the greatest army in the world. Nobody can defeat the Israelite army. As long as Elohim was the head, that's why the whole world feared the army of Israel and the army of Elohim. Now, I can imagine when the walls of Jericho came crumbling down, those people feared for their lives. I'm telling you, boy, we had a force that couldn't be reckoned with. King David's army wasn't no joke, y'all. And like I said earlier, we had some powerful warriors. But they never want to acknowledge that. They always want to take our heritage and use it for themselves, and then they display it in movies, but they use the white characters to do it with. When in reality, it was our history. So I'm about to wrap it up here, but I just wanted to show you all this controversy that was they were making a big deal about this. You know, all you heathen devils, about Achilles being black and playing the black, complaining about a black character playing Achilles. And these people kill me. It's just so funny. But you know, check it out. Look it up for yourselves. It's out there all over the net. It's blowing up like crazy, y'all. And you know, many of you are probably already tracking what's going on. You probably already know about it. You probably already heard about it. But I can't wait till it comes out. And when it comes out, I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm going to go watch it just so I can see the looks on these heathen faces. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But anyway, like I said earlier, you know, they can make movies and whitewash everything else. They can whitewash all the Bible characters and make them white. And they've been doing it with this white Jesus for the whole time. Caesarea Borgia, making them white. And, you know, I talked about white supremacy in one of my videos, and this is what they do. And now that they're making Achilles, they're using a black character to play Achilles, that's tampering with their white supremacy. They can't have that, and they don't want that. But, brothers and sisters, they know who we are as a people, and they know that we're waking up. And they know that their time is almost at an end. And they're watching us. Like I always say, they are always watching us. Don't think they're not watching us. They're watching us. So with that being said, saints, I say shalom and stay strong.